Please stand and join Dr. David Quist in singing the national anthem.
Oh, sing and you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. For the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, sing us the Star-Spangled Banner yet wave, for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
You may be seated. Good morning. My name is Dr. Dan Weinert, Provost of Palmer College. It is my distinct honor to be your Master of Ceremonies on this very special day. Please join me in a moment of silence to honor the forefathers of chiropractic and the passing of members of our community. Distinguished platform members, today's speaker, Dr. Roger Husselbus, candidates for the degrees, members of the faculty, administration, and staff, supporters, families, and friends of today's graduates, welcome to today's commencement ceremonies as we mark the entrance of these outstanding men and women into the profession as Palmer graduates. And welcome to Palmer College, where it all started, the fountainhead of the chiropractic profession. This college represents our profession's rich heritage and its strong future. We would like to acknowledge those present who have served our country. Would all veterans or active duty military in attendance, whether you're a graduate, family, or friend, please stand for recognition as we thank you for your service. Today, we are here to celebrate the commitment, dedication, outstanding achievements, and the certain future contributions of the 80 talented men and women seated in the center of this famed hall. Drawn together by the educational experience they've nearly completed, the students seated before you started their journey as a diverse collection of individuals. In fact, the flags here on stage represent the many states and countries they hail from. In addition to the United States, the candidates come from Canada, India, Portugal, Puerto Rico, South Korea, and Thailand. The American candidates represent 25 different states. As it has for well over a century, Palmer College continues to attract students seeking the best chiropractic education in the world. In turn, our community is enriched by their diversity, tradition, and culture. As we call candidates to the stage to receive their degrees, there are two protocols I'd like to mention. During today's ceremonies, we'll be granting two different degrees, a Bachelor of Science and a Doctor of Chiropractic degree. Second, Palmer College celebrates its extensive alumni, and specifically the legacy of chiropractic that exists within some families, by encouraging candidates to be accompanied to the stage by a family member who is also an alumnus of Palmer. And graduates, remember, we're not assembled here today to celebrate the end of a program. We are here for commencement, or a beginning. We're here to mark the beginning of your professional lives. Palmer and your experiences and mentors before have prepared you well. You have entered to learn. Now it is time to go forth and serve. With that, let's begin our ceremony. Today's commencement speaker, Dr. Roger Husselbus, grew up in Byron, Illinois. He completed his undergraduate studies at Iowa State University and went on to earn his Doctor of Chiropractic degree from Palmer's Davenport campus in 1974. He has been in practice for the last 50 years and is a managing partner for 6 chiropractic centers with 15 associates. Dr. Hulsebus is a member of a multi-generational chiropractic family. The Hulsebus legacy began with his father, Dr. Robert, in 1949. Dr. Roger and his 2 brothers followed into practice with their father in the 1970s. Since then, the Hulsebus family has grown to 10 chiropractors providing care to over 250,000 patients in northern Illinois and southern Wisconsin. Dr. Hulsebus currently serves on the Board of Trustees for the Highland Community College Foundation. He served on the Palmer College Board of Trustees for many years, the Executive Council for the Freeport Area Chamber of Commerce, and many other community boards and functions. He has been a member of 2 healthcare advisory committees, working with members of the U.S. House of Representatives, aiding the passage of healthcare legislation which provides coverage for chiropractic care. His awards and honors include Chiropractor of the Year for the Illinois Prairie State Chiropractic Association, Paul Harris Fellow of the International Rotary Association, Distinguished Fellow of the International Chiropractic Association, Distinguished Fellow of the Palmer and Palmer West Academies of Chiropractic, and Drug and Prevention Person of the Year. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Roger Hulsebus to our commencement stage today.
When I do things, everybody's on the committee. Everybody's on the committee for this speech. Okay, and I'm excited to be here, and students and graduates, faculty, dignitaries, Dr. Marchiori, and family and friends. When I was asked to give this commencement address, I wondered what my theme should be. And I think that one of the things that I'd like to share with these graduates today and their family and friends is the utilization of the chiropractic story. So I'm going to share the chiropractic story on several different fronts and urge you to continue the chiropractic story as you go out into our beloved profession. And the theme, we're going to talk about Dee Dee's chiropractic story. We're going to talk about Bob and Ruth Hulsebus, my parents, their chiropractic story, my chiropractic story, and then we're going to talk about the graduates. When I was on the board of Palmer, I was asked by the University of Iowa to come to the alternative healthcare class for the incoming freshman medical students. So I used to go to the freshman class of incoming medical students over at Iowa City. And I always started out with something to make everybody feel good and feel relaxed. And the first time I did it, I was there and I said, you know, I'm nervous about being here. And I was in the lavatory with Dean Johnson. And I was in a hurry, so I did my deal and I left. And he stopped me, he says, Dr. Hulsebus, he said, I noticed that when you left the lavatory, you just rushed out. He said, one of the first things they teach us in medical school is to always carefully wash our hands after we void. And I turned and looked at him and I said, you know, one of the first things they teach you in chiropractic college was not to pee on your hands in the first place. So that worked usually at the Iowa Medical School. So then I told them one more. There was a chiropractor and a banker that they were Rotarians, and I was a Rotarian. They went down to Central America. They were in some place in Central America, and they got captured by some guerrillas. And these were no-nonsense guerrillas, and they told them, we're going to execute you in the morning. Both of you are going to be executed in the morning. So they said, you get one last wish. So they went to the chiropractor and they said, you have one last wish, but we're going to execute you right after your last wish. What's it going to be? And he said, you know, I love telling the chiropractic story. I'd like to tell the chiropractic story. I'd like an audience. I'd like an easel, maybe even an x-ray. And they said, okay, we'll grant you your wish. So then they went to the banker and they said, we're going to execute you in the morning and you get one last wish. And whatever your wish is, we'll grant, but then we're going to execute you. He said, you know, he said, I've heard the chiropractic story so many times, I want to be executed first. And then I told those medical students, I said, I know you've read stuff and things like that. And there are chiropractors out there that will tell you that removing interference in the spine and helping the nervous system can help headaches, can help allergies, can help almost everything. And I got a little snicker and I said, well, put your seatbelt on because I'm one of them. And then we went on and we told the chiropractic story. D.D. Palmer, he was a healer, 1895, 130 years ago, 129 years ago. He was down the street, and he had people coming to him for all kinds of things. He had potions, and he had sayings, he had all kinds of things. And he had a janitor who worked for him, and the janitor's name was Harvey Lillard. And Harvey had lost his hearing, and D.D. thought that maybe his spine had something to do with his hearing. So D.D. gave Harvey Lillard the first specific chiropractic adjustment for a reason. And Hippocrates said, look to the spine for illnesses, years and years ago, centuries ago. Well, Harvey's hearing came back. So D.D. thought what most of us would have thought, I found the cause of all hearing problems. So people started to come to D.D. from all over this area, even Byron, Illinois. And the next thing that D.D. found out was that's not the only cause of hearing problems. Everybody's hearing didn't get better. But he started working on people's spines, and somebody's right arm quit being numb, and somebody else had less headaches, and somebody else wasn't allergic to ragweed anymore. So he figured out that health comes from within. And he figured out that the nervous system runs the whole body, and he figured out that he could analyze the spine, adjust the spine, and in 1895, x-rays were invented at the same time. So he started that where we are today. And that was the chiropractic story from D.D. We had BJ after D.D., and then we had Dave, and then we had Vicki Palmer, and I was on the board with Vicki. Vicki served here for 20 years. I got a tour of this college yesterday. Is it a wonderful place? And it has been put together to keep the history, to keep the philosophy, and keep the traditions we have. And I think Dr. Marchiori's leadership had a lot to do with that. I was really impressed with my tour. The next chiropractic story I've got for you is Bob and Ruth Holsebus. My father was a World War II. He got 2 Purple Hearts. And he grew up in Madison, Wisconsin, as did my mother. My mother's mother died when my mother was 15, and she died a horrible death of ovarian cancer. And she died at home in a bed, and it was a terrible, terrible death, and put the fear of everything into my 15-year-old mother at the time. She wasn't my mother at the time, obviously. They moved to Mondamon, Iowa. They lived out by Omaha. And my mother got real sick, and they were married, and it was 1947, 1948, and my mother had what we'd call today, we'd call it Crohn's disease, but back then it might have been colitis. And she was losing weight, and she was getting sicker, and they decided to go back to Madison to get a diagnosis. Well, my mother didn't want that diagnosis. She didn't want to go there, but they were on their way, and they stopped here in Davenport, Iowa, and they stopped at the filling station. That's what they used to call them. And they were getting gas, and my dad talked to everybody. And the guy filling up my dad's car said, where are you going? He said, oh, we're going to Madison. My wife's pretty sick, and we're going to get a diagnosis up there. They got a good cancer center. And he says, have you tried the BJ Clinic? He said, what's the BJ Clinic? He said, well, there's the second chiropractor, BJ Palmer, has got a clinic here in Davenport, and he analyzes spines, and he removes interference, and they're getting all kinds of miracles. When my dad got back in the car, my mother looked at him and said, that's where we're going. So they went to the BJ Clinic. And they went to the BJ Clinic. She had x-rays taken of her upper cervical spine. They found a subluxation. They started to adjust her. She started to get better. My mother had amenorrhea. All these 88 know what amenorrhea is. But amenorrhea is when you're not having a menstrual cycle. And the reason that happened was because innate, her intelligence and her body that D.D. and BJ named, her innate decided she wasn't healthy enough to have a child. Well, after she was here for 6 or 8 weeks, she started to gain weight, she started to get healthier, and she started to have a menstrual cycle. Guess what came next? Me. I was born here, okay? That was, and my father told that chiropractic story for years and years and years, and he did a great job with it. And I had a cousin who he was in the service. It was right at Vietnam, and he got these terrible headaches. And he came home to see Dr. Bob. That was my dad. Everybody liked my dad. He was charismatic. He was a great guy. He got a pass to come home and see the family chiropractor. My dad took my cousin, who was 4 or 5 years older than I was, and he sent him to Mayo's, and he had a malignant brain tumor, and he lasted another 4 or 5 weeks. And so they were having his funeral. And when they were having the funeral, and I wasn't sure what I was going to be. I was a hippie at the time, and no direction, just lots of hippie stuff, I guess. Now, that's what I've been told. So at any rate, they were going to have the funeral, and I had 2 cousins that were University of Wisconsin graduates from the medical school there, and one of them was a chest cutter, and he assisted Kristen Barnard on the first heart transplant. He went over to South Africa and assisted on that first heart transplant. He was the real deal. And my other cousin had a medical degree and a PhD, and he was teaching out at the University of California, Berkeley. Well, I was a rebel, and I didn't respect everything that my parents said. And so I thought, well, I'm going to see these 2 cousins. I'm going to see how they do with the old chiropractor here, see how Dad holds up against them. So they started to talk to my father, and they started talking about chiropractic. And Dad started talking about innate, and he started talking about health comes from within, and he started talking about the severity of any conditions depending upon the resistance of the body. And I could see these 2 young guys' eyes light up. The next day, my dad said, hey, what'd you think of your 2 cousins? And I said, yeah, that was good. That was interesting. I listened to your talk. And he said, did you get anything out of it? And I said, yeah, I'm going to Palmer. And that's when I decided to go to Palmer. And that's part of my chiropractic story. First week I was at Palmer, we'll throw in another little bit of humor here. I bought Boyd's Pathology. Do they still have that? And I bought Gray's Anatomy, and I bought Guyton's Physiology. I know that you had those 3 books, okay? And they cost $90 in 1970. I went out on the 9:30 break, and I went out to have a cigarette. I wasn't over everything, and I came back in and my books were gone. And so I asked the instructor, I said, can I make an announcement? He said, yeah, you can make an announcement. So I stood up and I said, I'm Roger Hulsebus. I'm a freshman like all of you are here. Somebody took my books at the 9:30 break. I didn't write my name in them. And you know what? I know they're in this room. I'm not going to look for them. I'm going to get A's in all my classes. I'm not going to buy new books, and I'm going to quit smoking. Well, I quit smoking. I didn't get all A's. I've never had another cigarette. So then I got a partner. His name was Gailson. His dad was vice president here. And I've had the same partner for the last 35 years. I think he's here today. And he knows and does know how to tell the chiropractic story. For 35 years, he's written his goals down on a calendar and written down each day how many patients he thought he could see. And he's done that for 35 years, and he doesn't need to practice anymore. He's very, very good with his income. So he's here today. Both my brothers are here. And I'd like to urge you to tell that chiropractic story. When I was growing up, my father he had a picture down in our basement, and the picture was of Emmett Kelly. I don't think a graduate in here knows who Emmett Kelly is. But I know a lot of you people up there know who Emmett Kelly was. He was a real sad clown. He was a clown that was always dressed up sad. In this portrait, he was holding a little dog. And he had a tear in his eye, and you could tell he loved the little dog. And underneath that portrait, it said, "You can't keep what you don't give away." I had no idea what that meant, but now I know what that means. You can't keep chiropractic unless you give it away. And you have to tell the chiropractic story, and it's up to you to tell it. And I urge you to keep telling that chiropractic story. Stay in contact with your fellow graduates. Meet the other graduates in your town. And it's a great, great profession, and it's a wonderful way of life, cause and effect. You know, the journey towards health is always more efficient than the journey away from disease. I wouldn't be alive today if it wasn't for modern day medicine, but chiropractic and your journey towards health is a wonderful, wonderful thing. And you've earned it, you've got it, use it and love it, enjoy it. Congratulations. Thank you for having me.
Students who earn a Bachelor of Science degree from Palmer College must complete 120 semester hours of curriculum. 30 of these hours may come from basic science courses taken in the Doctor of Chiropractic program. Dr. Marchiori, upon the recommendation of the Dean, Faculty, and Academic Standing Committee of Palmer College of Chiropractic, it gives me pleasure to present those candidates who have successfully completed the requirements for the granting of the degree Bachelor of Science. The Bachelor of Science degree is awarded in General Science. The candidates will be introduced by Mr. Craig Miko, Associate Professor in Life Sciences.
Please stand when your name is read. Cody Joseph Blaine. Haley Ann Bly. Austin James Burkhalter. Haley Marie Chrisman. Rafael Leocodio de Sousa. Eduardo Duran. Madeline Lee Eager. Alexander Jesus Gutierrez. Julia Lynn Harris. Christine Joy Heyman. Slayman Zigar Haymore. Taylor Michael Herman. Ashley Nicole Harabach. Kelsey Cryer. Patrick Cryer. Lakin Elizabeth Jones. Caleb Peter Kennedy. Samantha Kaylee Mealy. Cole Morrison. Hope Christine O'Connor. Kara Ann Oates. Earth Rajendra Patel. Pierce Peak Piana.
Candidates, on behalf of the faculty and the trustees of Palmer College of Chiropractic, and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the laws of the state of Iowa, I do hereby confer upon you degree of Bachelor of Science. Congratulations to all of you. You may be seated. I'd like to welcome Dr. Mike Tuning, Dean of Programs, to the podium.
Palmer College recognizes several college awards representing the chiropractic science, art, and philosophy to which this chiropractic profession we enjoy was founded and developed. Please welcome Dr. Cindy Long, Dean of Research, to present the Research Honors.
The Research Honors Program, under the auspices of the Palmer Center for Chiropractic Research, gives students the opportunity to experience research, enhance their educational experience while in the Doctor of Chiropractic program by participating in a faculty-mentored research project. We have one Research Honors recipient today, Vanessa Rose Woosley. Vanessa conducted a research project titled Cracking Crack Addicts, a qualitative review of a chiropractic television series under the mentorship of Dr. Stacy Salisbury.
The Clinical Excellence Award is presented each trimester by the Department of Clinics to a graduating doctor who has demonstrated superior quality of service to patients. Clinic faculty recommend candidates for this award. The Clinical Excellence Award Committee members make their selection based on quality of care, leadership potential, performance knowledge and skills, service to their patients, and dedication to the profession. Recipients are nominated by faculty and their peers in the graduating class and selected by a faculty committee. Will the nominees for this award please rise and be recognized as your name is read? Christian Michael Bean. Sylvia Eileen Berry. Austin Burkhalter. Rafael Leocodio de Souza. Jacob Robert Geller. Andrew Yujiro Kukishita. Hayden Nicholas Kutrib. Carly Renee McKenzie. Byron Ezugo Wonye. Adriana Charlene Rodriguez Alvarez. Michaela Toreg. Madeline Mayan Walter. Vanessa Rose Woosley. Nominees, you may be seated. This Class 242 recipient is from LaVale, Maryland. Prior to enrolling at Palmer, she received her bachelor's degree in exercise and sports science from Frostburg State University. While attending Palmer, she was a clinical radiology intern in the Diagnosis and Radiology Department and a member of the SOT Club. After graduation, she plans to practice at Frederick Chiropractic Wellness Center in Frederick, Maryland. At this time, I would like our award winner, Carly Renee McKenzie, to come forward and receive the Clinical Excellence Award. You bet. Please welcome Dr. Chad Hagan to the podium to introduce the Virgil V. Strang Philosophy Award.
Let's see. Good afternoon. My name is Chad Hagan, and I'm honored to present the Virgil V. Strang Philosophy Award, named in honor of our seventh president and chiropractic philosopher, anatomist, teacher, humanitarian, and practitioner who exemplified the philosophy, commitment, passion, and logic and reasoning of the practice of chiropractic. Recipients are nominated by faculty and their peers in this graduating class and selected by a faculty committee. Will the nominees for this award please rise and be recognized as your name is read? Margaret Grace Hughes. Alexander Stephen Simmons. Tyler Ray Van Aken. Nominees, you may be seated. The Class 242 Virgil V. Strang Philosophy Award winner is from Midland, Michigan. Prior to enrolling at Palmer, he worked as a chiropractic assistant at his father's practice while studying at Mid-Michigan College. While attending Palmer, he served as president for the Knee Chest Club and was a teaching assistant in the diagnosis and radiology department. After graduation, he plans to practice in Arizona. At this time, I'd like our award winner, Alexander Stephen Simmons, to come forward and receive the Virgil V. Strang Philosophy Award.
Chad, you want to get in here too? Maybe you're going to decide. Congratulations.
How about you?
The Academic Excellence Award is presented to those members of the graduating class who have displayed the highest level of academic achievement by earning Dean's List honors every term while at Palmer. Will the recipients of this honor please present themselves? Brianna Coda. Andrew Yujiro Kukishita. Ryan Christopher Kelly. Corey Lee Neeland. Hope Christine O'Connor. Keith William Walder. Madeline Mayanne Walter. Emma Noelle Weisensall. Gabrielle Woodbeck. Very good. Congratulations. Christina Zaginski.
Salutatorian is a designation we apply to the individual with the second highest academic achievement in the class cohort. Salutatorian for class 24-2 is Hope Christine O'Connor. Prior to enrolling at Palmer, Hope studied health and exercise science at Grand Rapids Community College. While attending Palmer, she was a teaching assistant in life sciences, diagnosis, and the radiology departments. She served as secretary of the Delta Delta Pi fraternity and was a member of the Applied Kinesiology Club. After graduation, Hope plans to associate in Wayland, Michigan. Hope, please come forward to receive your award. Folks, our salutatorian. The highest level of academic achievement is the criterion for designating the class valedictorian. Class 24-2 has 5 individuals sharing this honor. I'll introduce them to you alphabetically. First, Brianna Cota is from Hampton, Maine. Prior to enrolling at Palmer, she earned a Bachelor of Science degree in medical biology from the University of New England. During her time at Palmer, she was a teaching assistant and radiology intern, and Brianna hopes to practice in Portland, Maine, her home area. Brianna, please come forward to receive your award. Our second is Andrew Yujiro Kukishita. He's from Yorba Linda, California, and prior to enrolling at Palmer, he received a bachelor's degree in exercise science from Brigham Young University with a minor in Japanese. While at Palmer, he served as a president of Palmer Mentors and was an academic tutor in our courses. Andrew plans to work as an associate in the Denver metro area following graduation. Andrew, please come forward to receive your award. Our third is Ryan Christopher Kelly. He's from Castle Rock, Colorado. Prior to enrolling at Palmer, he received a bachelor's degree in exercise and sports science from Port Loma Nazarene University in San Diego, California. While at Palmer, he worked as an academic tutor, and after graduation, Ryan plans to practice in Charlotte, North Carolina. Ryan, please come forward to receive your recognition. Our fourth is Madeline Mayan Walter, and she is from Hortonville, Wisconsin. Prior to enrolling at Palmer, she attended the University of Wisconsin at Madison, where she double majored in biology and human development and family studies, along with receiving a certificate in global health. During her time at Palmer, she served as an academic tutor and teaching assistant, and after graduation, Madeline plans to return to Madison, Wisconsin for practice. Madeline, please come forward to receive your award. Our fifth is Emma Noel Weisensell, and she is from Clinton, Wisconsin. Prior to enrolling at Palmer, she received a bachelor's degree in kinesiology from the University of Wisconsin in Milwaukee. And during her time at Palmer, she worked as a teaching assistant in the technique department. After graduation, Emma plans to return to practice in Wisconsin. Emma, please come forward to receive your recognition. Folks, come out.
Let's get a photo together of all of you. Come straight on the line here.
If you can get them all in one photo. Our valedictorians, folks. We will now hear from one of our valedictorians.
No, it's that one. Good afternoon. It's not morning. Thank you all for being here today to celebrate the graduation of Palmer Class 242. You would think that after 3 years, I would be able to confidently tell you what the 242 part stands for, but thankfully that wasn't on boards. I feel very fortunate to have this opportunity to speak today as we gather as a class one last time. What better way to cap off our time as students than with one last lecture? As a group, we have accomplished some incredible things during our time here, many of which could never be objectified or put on a graduation program. Most of us completely uprooted our lives, moving away to further our education. Some of us confidently walked away from successful careers to pursue a calling. Some of us sacrificed time away from spouses and children to invest in themselves and their families' futures. Some of us went to class and clinic all day while working full-time jobs on the side. Some of us got engaged, married, and even welcomed kids into the world during our time here. And all of us developed friendships that will last lifetimes. These and many others are remarkable accomplishments that make a day like today that much more special. But even all the accomplishments of today would seem insignificant without loved ones here to celebrate them. I know I speak on the behalf of many when I say that I cannot thank my support system enough for being there for me day in and day out. Nothing I could ever say would atone for the sacrifices you consistently make for me. I love you guys. Graduates, if you would, please take a second to stand up, turn around, find your people, and give them a round of applause. I had this fear that no one was going to stand up when I asked you to do that, so thank you guys. Our lives have changed a lot since we started together almost 3.5 years ago in West Hall, but it's still easy to remember the early days. We all have stories about the countless hours we spent studying with friends, the even more hours we spent with friends procrastinating studying, and professors like Dr. DeRay, Dr. Ferguson, Dr. Hines, and Dr. Jones, who kept us entertained with a world-class mustache, insanely difficult workout boot camps, and endless dad jokes. Life certainly wasn't all laughs back then, though, as it's just as easy to remember all the uncertainty that stood in front of us as we got established at Palmer. How are we supposed to study? Did Colby have a Quizlet for our next test? Were we going to survive the infamous first round of exams? How are we supposed to act when we saw our professors downtown in Armour Gardens? There were a lot of questions that none of us knew the answers to until we experienced it ourselves. After passing our first of 5 board examinations, our coursework began building off our firm understanding of sciences to develop our chiropractic treatment styles.
This change of pace was much welcomed, but brought along its own set of uncertainties. What techniques do I want to practice? What type of clinical environment do I see myself working in? Why did I just whiff on another adjustment? The transition into clinic proved similar. Am I ready to treat real people? Will I be able to pass OSCEs? What about the rest of our boards? Will I survive another full spine radiology reading? The relationships we developed with our awesome faculty and staff doctors functioned as helpful resources for these difficult questions. It's safe to say our time at Palmer never got easier. We just became substantially better at doing what we had to do. According to some, we even got too good at certain things, like completing compliance training too fast. Too soon. But amidst all this uncertainty, not only did we do everything we once questioned, but we did it well enough to be standing here today. Our first couple years as doctors of chiropractic will undoubtedly be littered with uncertainty. In fact, often we might feel a lot like we did back in March of 2021. And that's okay, because we've been there. Throughout this process, we've proven to ourselves over and over and over again that we are really good at conquering things we doubt. I lost my spot. All right. The same work ethic, time management, technical skills, and clinical decision-making that we have been fostering and falling back on this entire time will be what allows us to be successful outside these doors. We are beyond prepared. As students walking around the hallways of Palmer, we were constantly reminded of the quotes and phrases painted on the walls. It's fitting that we finish with two quotes here today. Both are from John Wooden, one of the best leaders and college basketball coaches of all time, once winning 10 national championships in a 12-year span at UCLA, which a college I am told is about to come get the smackdown in the Big Ten next year. When asked about his definition of success, he stated, "Success is a peace of mind, which is a direct result of self-satisfaction in knowing you did the work to become the best you are capable of." Coach Wooden was also famous for professing, "It's what you learn after you know it all that counts." Today we get to fully embrace the peace of mind our hard work has awarded us. But our pursuit of becoming the best chiropractor we can become isn't over. It's just beginning. Palmer Class 242, congratulations and thank you.
All right, here we go. To receive a Doctor of Chiropractic degree from Palmer College of Chiropractic, students must complete a rigorous curriculum that is the equivalent of 5 academic years in 10 trimesters or 3 1/3 calendar years. There are 71 courses, 4,680 contact hours of instruction in the curriculum required for graduation. Dr. Marchiori, upon the recommendation of the Dean, faculty, and the Academic Standing Committee of Palmer College of Chiropractic, it gives me great pleasure to present those candidates who have successfully completed the requirements for the granting of the degree Doctor of Chiropractic. The graduating doctors will be introduced to Dr. Marchiori by Mr. Craig Miko, Associate Professor in Life Sciences. Their hood colors will be exposed by Associate Deans Dr. Siri Leach and Dr. Kara Shannon. Will the candidates please present themselves?
Brianna Coda, Maine, summa cum laude. Andrew Yujiro Kukishita, California, summa cum laude. Ryan Christopher Kelly, Colorado, summa cum laude. Corey Lee Nealon, New Hampshire, summa cum laude.
Thanks for joining us, sir. Thank you. Let's get the photo a bit tight together.
Hope Christine O'Connor, Michigan, summa cum laude. Keith William Walder, Illinois, magna cum laude. Madeline Mayanne Walter, Wisconsin, summa cum laude. Emma Noel Weissensell, Wisconsin, summa cum laude. Gabriel Woodbeck, Iowa, magna cum laude. Christina Zujinski, Arizona, magna cum laude. Reed Adams, Iowa, magna cum laude. Brandon Daniel Aki Jackson, Arizona. Ellen Janet Albers, Pennsylvania.
Congratulations. Thanks for joining us. We'll get you on this side. We'll put her between. We'll put the graduate between us. Are you out enough? Good luck to you. Thanks, folks.
Nicholas R. Altavilla, Pennsylvania, cum laude. Cole Baskerville, Michigan. Elise Beeler, Ohio. Christian Michael Bean, Texas, cum laude. Sylvia Eileen Berry, Wisconsin. Alexis K. Black, Illinois. Cody Joseph Blaine, Michigan.
Congratulations, Cody.
Haley Ann Bly, Illinois.
Congratulations, Haley.
James Brown, Pennsylvania. Austin James Burkhalter, Wisconsin, cum laude.
Thanks, sir. Thanks for joining me.
Bharath Kumar Reddy Chinta, India. Haley Marie Chrisman, Iowa.
Congratulations.
Brandon Scott Cook, Indiana, cum laude. Jackson Dangerfield, North Dakota, cum laude. Rafael Leocadio de Sousa, Portugal. Connor J. DeWeerd, Michigan, magna cum laude. Eduardo Duran, Washington.
Congratulations, Eddie. Appreciate what you do in service. Take care of yourself. Back to you.
Casey Dykus, Illinois. Madeline Lee Eager, Illinois, magna cum laude. Miranda Lorelei Fisk, Nebraska.
Thanks for your service. Wait, right.
Jacob Robert Gaylor, Iowa. Rachel Catherine Gowie, Iowa, magna cum laude. Alexander Jesus Gutierrez, Wisconsin. Jesse Hahn, New Jersey. Julia Lynn Harris, Illinois, magna cum laude. Kristen Joy Haymond, Montana, cum laude.
Congratulations.
Slayman Zigar Haymore, Canada.
Congratulations.
Alexander Blade Hayes, Tennessee. Taylor Michael Herman, Wisconsin.
Thanks for joining us.
Alex Jeffrey Heinrichsen, Iowa. Ashley Nicole Harabach, Iowa. Margaret Grace Hughes, Indiana.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us, John. Graduate, take a photo.
Thank you.
Madeline McKenna Jansen, Indiana. Felipe Jose Jimenez, Iowa. Lakin Elizabeth Jones, Wisconsin. Caleb Peter Kennedy, Wisconsin. Hayden Nicholas Kutry, Virginia, magna cum laude. Jacob Eli Lastly, Utah. Clayton Lego, Iowa. Megan Kate Leverance, Wisconsin. Sutapan Lu Suk Prasert, Thailand. Carly Renee McKenzie, Maryland. Samantha Kaylee Mealy, Iowa. Austin Philip Michael, Wisconsin. Dana Moon, South Korea. Cole Morrison, Canada. Byron Azugo Wanye, Iowa. Kara Ann Oates, Michigan. Alyssa Pugano, Pennsylvania.
Thank you for joining us. Thank you. Graduate in the middle, and we'll get on the other side. Elect you. Thanks for joining us.
Earth Rajendra Patel, Illinois. Pierce Peak Piana, Connecticut.
Thank you for joining us. Good to see you again, buddy. Thanks for joining us. We'll get you in the middle. Yeah, yep. Then we'll get tight to the graduate. Again. Congratulations. Thanks, folks.
We got
Appreciate
one
it.
more.
One more.
Colin Quinn, Illinois.
Congratulations, Colin. Take care of yourself.
Jorge Antonio Rodriguez, Illinois. Adriana Charlene Rodriguez Alvarez, Puerto Rico. Noah Riley Rush, Wisconsin. Caden Jack Simmons, Utah.
Thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. Get around the graduate. Good luck to you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Alexander Steven Simmons, Michigan.
Thanks, Doc, for joining us. Appreciate it. Good luck to you. Thank you. Thanks.
Stephen Dale Smith, Tennessee.
Thanks for coming, folks. Appreciate it. Very good to see you. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Let's get tight around the What are you in? Nice. Great. Take care of it. Thanks.
Cade Edward Stevens, Indiana. Emma Lee Steinmates, Kansas. Michaela Toreg, Ohio. Tyler Ray Van Aitken, Michigan. Nicole Marie Von Oshwig, Nebraska, cum laude. Natalie Marie Wen, New York, magna cum laude.
Congratulations, Natalie. Thanks for joining us, sir. Appreciate it. Get around the graduate. Take a photo.
Cooper Howell Wilkinson, Illinois. Vanessa Rose Woosley, Nebraska. Paul Nicholas Zemba, Indiana.
Folks, the strength of any educational program is directly related to the abilities of the program's faculty. Palmer College is truly blessed with a strong, committed, and dynamic group of professionals who engage our students in the classrooms, in the teaching clinic, and across our campus. Our faculty's mission, our shared mission, is to teach the science, art, and philosophy of chiropractic and to guide the successful transition of entering students to graduating doctors. Palmer's faculty fulfills their mission, our shared mission, with great distinction. I wish to acknowledge how proud we are as a Palmer campus community of our faculty. And faculty, would you please stand for due recognition? We have mixed emotions. We're happy for their retirement, for them, but we certainly want to focus on our loss a little bit as well. We're losing 3 long-tenured members of our faculty. Dr. Katie Manley-Buser. Katie, are you seated? You've got to stand up, Katie. Thank you, Katie, for your 29 years of service to the college. Dr. Pam Gindel. Is Pam on our... Oh, there we go. 33 years of service to the technique department. Dennis Malik. Dennis Malik, 37 years of service to the teaching clinics. Katie, Pam, and Dennis, thank you for all you've done. Your combined service to the college is 99 years. 99 years. I would think you could coordinate things to get an even 100, but 99 years is where we're at. Thank you for all that you've done, and we hope you enjoy well-earned retirements and that you're not strangers. Come back and see us often. Folks in the audience, and I appreciate that Ryan called you out, so appropriate. More of our program should focus on your contributions. We're nearing the end of our ceremony, and I would like to pause and just thank all of you again for everything you've done. As family and friends and support, your names are not on those diplomas. You can check they're not. It is your graduate. But your support, your sacrifices, everything you did to make this possible is certainly something we all acknowledge, them included. So thank you for all that you've done. And graduates, thank you for all that you have done to improve Palmer College. You've completed a program, a rigorous program, and you should be very proud of everything you've done to get here today to graduation. And we look forward to you going forth to serve chiropractic and to push the message of chiropractic to your patients and help those improve their health through chiropractic. And we all know from spending time on this campus that it's a very special community that we have here at the Fountainhead, a community of shared values and shared commitments. And I want to thank all of the students for everything that you have done to improve our community, to improve us as faculty, administrators, and staff, everything that you've done to further improve the program for those that come after you. Thank you for that. And please know that that work is not done. Please stay connected to this college, this Palmer community, and to each other. It's really important for your success and for the continued life cycle of success of Palmer College and our full community. We really look forward to following the continuation of your life's journey and all the success that comes after this day. So students, if you would please stand, we're going to make this official. In accordance with the science, art, and philosophy of chiropractic and a consequence of your dedication to the restoration of the sick to health, I request that you promise and swear the chiropractic oath. So students, if you would raise your right hand, and if you could turn and face the public to take the chiropractic oath, because you're really taking the oath to all of them, and listen, and I'll key you on what to say, and you won't have to lip read, but you can hear me. But if you would please turn and face your loved ones and our community as you say the oath. I, and say your name, will adhere to the code of ethics espoused by the chiropractic profession. I will observe and practice professional conduct in relation with my patients, my colleagues, myself, and my profession. I will seek to preserve the integrity of my profession, helping it to grow in service to the benefit of all humanity. I will serve my patients to the best of my ability, violating neither their confidence nor their dignity. And in my association with these patients, I shall not violate that which is moral and right. I will provide regimen for the good of my patients, according to my ability and my judgment. I will regard and refer to my fellow doctors with honor and dignity, giving credit for their dedication and commitment to the profession. I will continue to improve my knowledge and skill, and be sincere in my resolution to justify the responsibility which this degree symbolizes and imposes. Students, you may turn and face me and put your right hand down. Remain standing. On behalf of the faculty and the trustees of Palmer College of Chiropractic, and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the laws of the state of Iowa, I do hereby confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Chiropractic in keeping with academic tradition. You may change your tassels from the right to the left, turn and present yourselves to the assembly for recognition. Congratulations.